Hello everyone, welcome to inTutor. In this video, we are going to be working on loop control statements. What's loop control statement all about? Just as you know well, there are special commands that can alter the flow of the loops. That's how, in which manner is the loop actually being executed, when does it stop, when does it continue, and all of that. So basically for that concept, we make use of the break and continue. How does it actually work? We'll say, okay, so the break does what does the break do? The break actually stops the for loop. The break actually exits the loop. It stops the loop. So once you use break, just like break, it stops everything. It moves out of the loop. If there be some execution out of the loop, it continues executing. If there's nothing, the program will stop. Well, while the continue just skips that particular situation. So if you use continue here, it is going to skip this condition. You wish to perform some particular instructions with the for loop, but you want a particular exception. You want to make an exception. That exception, you could make it using a continue statement. Well, without wasting time, let's try to actually implement it in a well, let's say we wish to print numbers from 1 to 10, but we don't want to print 5, for example. And so we say, okay, if it happens that I be equal to 5, then we will just use a continue statement. So when you use continue, it's going to skip this particular situation. It's going to skip the scenario where we have 5, and you'll move to the next iteration. That's just how continue actually works. So what does this program actually do? Is going to be working from 1 to 0. It doesn't exit the loop. It skips this, but it skips to the next iteration. So well, for each of them, what do? We now give the instruction. That's the instruction could be some printf. Maybe I printf like a %d, so that we can actually see what is being printed. Well, there's something to I actually give along in our previous videos. When you use an if condition, equal to is for comparison. If you make a mistake and give this particular situation and give this 1 equal to sign, it's an assignment. You're actually assigning 5 to I, and each time you'll be assigning I to 5, it's going to be skipping. So if you use this, actually I believe nothing is going to be printed up to the screen. The code itself doesn't even end. It keeps turning. It keeps turning. That's not actually a good thing. Well, now we have to use 2 equality signs to say that we are comparing. So comparing them now, we wish to print all the numbers from 1 to 5, but skipping from 1 to 10, skipping 5. You see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So you see that we actually skipped it. Well, what if we used break instead of continue? If you actually used break, what would have happened? Let's verify how it works. Okay, you see, it actually exited the loop once it happened to meet the 5. That means it completely leaves the loop and goes to the end of the code. Well, let's add some other stuff out of this loop. Let's add something out of this loop so that you actually understand better. It doesn't exit the whole program. It exits just the loop. That's what I want to show you. So well, this is the true end. So let's run it and see if this is going to show up, to show that, okay, this, you see, this is the true end. That shows that it just exited the loop alone. It didn't exit the whole program. It exits the loop. That's something nice about the control statements for loops. Well, let's try the same thing with the continue. I execute it, and where you see it prints everything except the 5, then this is the true end. Thanks for watching this video.